Hello again, this is magmawk. I'm just gonna do a casual, lazy showing of my Wii and what I got on it right now, and maybe a quickie review here. As you can see, I just have a few games on here. As far as the downloadable content, the virtual console, and a few Wii channels there. So I thought about doing Super Smash Brothers, some matches for you, but yeah, let's go ahead with Tecmo Bowl. Now, Tecmo Bowl was, of course, released in 1989, NES, but they changed a few things. They took off the players' names, since they're obviously outdated, and of course this doesn't have a official license here. I'm just in the middle of the game, pardon me. This is football simplified. Personally, the way I like it. Concerning Madden 03, 04, 5, 6, it's the same game, and now I'm going to get a whole bunch of complaints about that. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes. You know, 1 player, 2 player, and coach. Coach is just where you choose the plays you want to do, and the computer automatically does them. But since I'm from Indianapolis, let's go with Indianapolis. The teams do have different stats as far as their abilities. Indianapolis has a good running game, a pretty good kicking game, but not very good passing. And here's the kickoff, which is a simple power meter. Don't have to worry about direction or anything. So let's go forth, take it back, and hope we get a touchdown or two. And you can shake off your guys, but if they go for a straight tackle, no shaking there. Now that we've finally paused a little bit, most teams have 2 runs and 2 passes. You can select them by the directional pad and the A button at the same time. You can also press the B button to bring up the kicking options. Not going to do that, obviously. So let's go ahead with a simple run. Up an A. And oddly enough, when you're on defense, you see the same screen. Now if you choose the right play that your opponent is doing, their defensive line will, their offensive line, their line will crumble and you will get an easy defensive play. But otherwise, it's up to the players you control to do something smart. Like me. Now the core of your scoring is obviously going to do by the passing. You have a choice of 1 to 3 receivers to go to. Switch them up, and don't get tackled like that. Now let's do that correctly. Fortunately, as long as they don't have somebody in front of them, it's easy yardage. On occasion, they will run out of bounds, and as you see, they were totally covered that time, so I do not want to throw interceptions. That would be a bad idea. The further you wait, the longer they'll go out. 3rd down and 7. I don't think a run's going to do it, so pass again. And you'll have to excuse my lack of playing ability, because it's been a little while. I've only played 1 game of this since. If I would have pressed the button faster, the A button, I would have shook them off. So let's hurry up and score a touchdown already. There we go. Touchdown, easy as that. And of course they erased the names, all you get is the fancy cutscene, which actually is pretty good for NES. And the extra point, just need a tiny bit of power. And you got a successful kit try. There are no 2-point conversions, obviously, as that was not in the NFL at the time. So let's time this right, and not do something stupid like that. Anyway, unfortunately I cannot switch players once I choose a player. I can press the A button to choose who I want to go with. then I can do lunge tackle with a B button, and then the the opposing team can make a total fool of me. Who am I against? Washington? I can't remember, but Washington was good at around 1989. But they're obviously good at kicking my butt. And unfortunately, you can't change the length of the games. Fortunately, the length of the actual game is pretty short. And breakaway. And if I can avoid this guy, it'll be an easy touchdown. But of course I can't. So let's just do this. Simple running. And the computer guessed it. So I didn't get very far. That broke down. That was some pretty bad luck there. Touchdown. Easy enough. And yes, you get the same scene every single time. But that's good enough to show what Tecmo Bowl is about. And of course in the one-player mode. Once you get through a game, you can go to the next game all the way up to a Super Bowl. Playoffs in the Super Bowl. So that's good for a first part. Let's go back to the Wii screen.